Hello dear children, I hope you all are well. Today I am going to do a revision of your previous chapter, that is MS Access. So step by step I will define how can you open MS Access and you can work on MS Access. You can create your own database, you can modify a table. There are different views as we have discussed already with the help of design view. There is a table view, grid view, so we will enter the data in a database also. So I will tell you how to start MS Access and how to work on MS Access. So let's watch this video, continue with me, and you will get more knowledge about this. Hello children, today I am going to discuss about the topic Microsoft Access, that is a component of Microsoft Office. Basically, Microsoft Office is a database software. Database means when we are storing a data for a long time. So let's discuss about, we are familiar with Microsoft Access database terminology. Now learn how to start MS Access, open a database and navigate the software interface. Understand the database object and their corresponding functions. Use standard design principle to plan a database. Explore relationship between tables. Use help option and find information on MS Access and learn how to close database and so, in this way, we are discussing the overview about what we are going to learn in this chapter. Now, what is database? A database describes a collection of data organized to allow storage, access, retrieval, and the use of data. It contains at least one table, thought of like a manual file cabinet. In large organization, it is the job of the DBA, that is database administration. A person who is managing the database is called DBA, database administrative. To administrator the database, he or she is a person who manages the overall database. So what are the advantages of database? A data independence, that means data independently anytime you can access. Sharing of data, data sharing. Data consistency means the exact and accurate data you can get. Concurrency, backup and recovery, anytime you can recover the data free from losses. Security, enforcement of standards, that means standard data you can maintain. Economy of scale, that means economical growth will possible. Balance conflicting requirements, that means if same things occurring, so you can identify and you can modify. Data accessibility, that anytime you can access data. Increase maintenance, productivity, output is increased. Control of data redundancy means duplicacy. So in this way, what are the objects when we are creating access as a database? Tables, forms, queries and reports. So what is a table? A collection of data about a topic arranged in rows and columns, that is called table. Forms, a place where data entered by the user, that is called form, like we are filling online forms. So in the same way, the next one is a queries. Queries are basically when we are asking or getting the information from database, we are sending a query. Next one is a report. Report is a final results of a database, that is called report. In the same way, backing up a database, now if you want to back up your database, that means you want to see your stored information. For that purpose, you have to create copy of database used to restore event loss. Scheduled database backup required. Store copy in fireproof location created on external media, such as you can use in CD DVD for storing. Now how can you create a database and tables? To start, you want to go first file menu, new and menu option, and open the MS Access, and site a window will appear. I will show. This will let you choose the blank database, blank access page on the project. The project is for when you will be connecting to the Microsoft SQL server. In the same way, just make a local database. We will choose the blank database. You can enter a name for your database. You can see here there is a create option. You have to click on the create option, then above there is a name. You have to write down the name of database. By default it is showing database 1. So you have to click on the blank document, top left corner there is a blank document option. You will click on blank document, your database will open. So in this way you can see, you can create your database. So first thing is, when you are creating a database, then you have to design your database according to your requirement. You have to make a table, maintain records for your database. In the same category, when you are creating a table, this is called the design view. Design view means you are creating the fields of database which information will fill by the user in your database, like title, author, category, summary, publisher. So like if you are this database is for the book, online book purchasing, so you are making the table. From the form view you have to click on the form, then select the contact table. So if you want to insert the contact of the person, so you can select from a table. In this way you can create a database, and you can create a table for database where you can store the information. The main thing is that in database you have to store the information for a long time, that any time when you want to search your database you will get the information. In the same way you have to click on the create tab, then click here to create the table in datasheet view. Datasheet view, when you want to fill the data in a database, then you are requiring to datasheet view. There are different views, I will discuss later in this same video regarding the different views of database, where you can select the view and search your information and fill your information according to different views of database. So database creation done, and we have to proceed through the next module of this MS Access, that is the key. What is a key? Key is opening the lock. Same here, the key is a set of attributes that can be used to identify or access a particular entity, instance of an entity type or entity set. An entity type may have many instances from a few or several thousand and even more. That means from the number of database, if you want to search the particular information, you need a key for searching the that information. Like I said, students in class 7th, if I want to call a particular student, I will call a roll number. So the roll number is a primary key. Same way there are two types of key, primary and alternative. Primary key, that is primary, and alternative keys involves super key, candidate key, secondary key, composite key, foreign key. These are the other types of keys in a database. Primary key is basically defined as the key in which we are searching the data from the database. That is a base of your database. Key concept is a base of database which is useful for searching the data from the record of database. In the same category, let's discuss the type of key. Super key. A key is called a super key which is sufficient to identify the unique record in the table. If there is any key which is helpful, key means any entity means any record or any value, like I am saying roll number. If roll number is sufficient for searching the data, that is called primary super key. Candidate key, a minimal super key is called candidate key. Primary key, candidate key is chosen as principal of primary key. Next one is a key terms like attribute, primary key, composite key, foreign key. And we have discussed the primary key, composite key, and foreign key. An attribute is in a table, that is a primary key for another table. Like there are two tables, in one table there is a primary key, so this is called a foreign key. And in the same way, referential integrity, since there is a related data in several tables in a relationship data, so you can see here in the employee and table there is a different entities: employee ID, employee name, employee address, and passport number. So here the employee ID is a primary key. Now what is primary key? A column or a set of column whose value exists and is unique for every record in a table is called primary key. Each table can have one and only one primary key. These are the some rules for primary key. Primary keys are the unique, cannot contain the null value. Not all tables you work with will have a primary key. If there are numbers of tables, so you cannot work with the primary key. In the same way, there are different views of your table, that is datasheet view, pivot table view, and some other views. Now last one is the types of queries. Queries means when you want to get the answers of your data from your database, you want to search the information, you are using the queries. First one is a simple and select query. Retrieves means it gives the display the data in a specific field. Select query with criteria, if retrieves and display the requested field for records which meet specific criteria. That if I said I am giving you a criteria, you have to search the record, that is called the select query. Next one is a cross tab query. Summarize the information by rows and columns. Parameter query, display a dialog box asking the user for criteria for the query. Delete query, if you want to remove any record from database, you will use a delete query. Find duplicate query. Duplicate query, if any data is duplicate, like same student or same person is filling the data 2 times, so you can use the duplicate query. Find unmatched query. Unmatched query, find all the records in a table or query that have no matching records in a related table. In the same way, append query adds record. If you want to add new record in your database, you are using append query. Next one is a top value query. Limits the number of responses a query return, that if you want to search the top number of responses, that will be used for top value query. Next one is a update query. Update query, if you want to update any data in your database, you can use update query. So these queries helpful for asking different questions and getting the results. So finally we will get the result of your database or report of your database. Okay, thank you class, I hope you understand.